have to give all glory and praise and honor unto the Most High, and we're going to get into it, man. That was a good video that he made, but the Rupus Nigras is not Mount Zion, and I'm going to be showing you why that is. But the interesting thing about these videos, and even this map, this map that that I'm showing you is from the cartographer Mercator. It's from the I think it's from the 15th century, but you can see how it aligns with certain things in the scriptures. Yeah. So we're gonna be showing you why the Rupes Nigras is not Mount Zion. No, he was wrong on that. Because a lot of people, they say that the cartographer that wrote this map, a lot of things that he mapped out was inaccurate, but these features are very distinct and they line up with scripture. As you can see in the middle of the map, you have four springs coming out the map, which is, they tell you that 4 springs flows through the Garden of Eden, or flow out from in scripture. So Genesis 2:10, and a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from hence it was parted and became into 4 heads. So right here, it's telling you that a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and it was parted into 4 heads, and it became parted into 4 heads. Now, when you look at this map, that's what you see. You see, it looks like 4 rivers or 4 springs coming out from this place, and this is in the center of his map. This is in the center of his map. And you see there's the distinct feature in the middle. It looks like a big rock. And it's called a Rupes Nigras, that's what you put it. And they refer to this as a rock. So this is where I'm going to show you that it's not a rock and it's not Mount Zion. So once again, we're going to go back to my video with Nebuchadnezzar's dream and when Daniel was interpreting it, and we're going to go back to the book of 2nd Enoch, where they were showing you the different levels of heavens. So right here, Daniel chapter 4, verse 10 and 11. Thus were the visions of my head in my bed. I saw and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached unto heaven, and the sight thereof to the end of all the earth. So this is a dream that Nebuchadnezzar had that Daniel was interpreting to him. Now, like I said before, I thought that this was just a dream, but when you look at Enoch right here, and what they describe, what the third, from their perspective, from the third heaven was looking like, there's also a tree there. It said a tree of life in the center. Once again, in the center. Now, when you look at Daniel, what he said, I saw and behold a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height thereof was great. So it's going back down to Enoch. Tree of life in the center, where the Lord rests when visiting. The roots of the tree of life extend downwards to the Garden of Eden below. And there are 4 different springs. So you see that? There's 4 different springs where this tree is at. And and it like this was a big tree, because he's saying, like, from the third heaven you can see the roots extending down to the Garden of Eden below, and there are 4 different springs. Now remember the scripture that I just showed you in Genesis, 4 springs coming out of the Garden of Eden. Now remember, you got to remember now, these trees were cut down. You got to remember that. So we're not used to seeing things of that, like that height, trees that big. So they're going to think that it's a rock, man. Hold up. So right here, like, let's look at this, for example, in the Devil's Tower in Wyoming. They think that this is like a big hill or something, a big mountain. But this is a tree, man. This was a tree stump. So it would make sense why they would just call it like a rock or a mountain, because they're not used to seeing trees that big. So you see, he's saying that is the Rupes Nigras, what they named this rock, is a mountain. Is Mount Zion. It's not Mount Zion. This was the tree of life. This was a tree, man. This map is very distinct. Look, I mean, this was from the 15th century. It's showing 4 springs coming out of it, and a big they showed a big rock in the middle, which I believe to be more likely is the big tree that Nebuchadnezzar dreamed of, the tree of life, that was cut down. And then come on, and they said there's a magnetic field coming from this. Come on, if this was that tree, come on, it got to be some type of energy coming out from it, man. I mean, whatever's left of it. Oh man. So right here, Mount Zion in the Bible, in the biblical uses, however, Mount Zion often means city rather than the hill itself. So Mount Zion is just a city, on a hill. It's not. So the Rupas Nigras is not Mount Zion, man. It's the tree that was cut down, by the Most High before the flood came. So the Nephilim wouldn't be able to escape. This is what it is. But it's amazing how, you see certain things that people left way before our time is lining up with scripture. But they love to say, "Oh no, this guy didn't serve your name. He didn't map out the whole earth. His map is inaccurate." But when you look at the scriptures, and you look at what he drew, it's pretty accurate. This is why you gotta study, man. Because you watch that video, it seems good, and he pulls this little scriptures out, but no, it's more to it, man. It's not those scriptures that he showed you. They say that this thing was like 33 miles, in diameter or size or whatever. That's bigger than some cities, man. So you see, like, what we talking about? You're not used to seeing no tree that big, man. I'm telling you, man. The world was different back then, before the flood. So it's just a little short little video, man. I'm gonna leave the rest of my links in the description box or the comment section. The previous videos I did on this topic, man. This was not just a dream of Nebuchadnezzar, man. This was a real thing. The Rupas Nigras is not Mount Zion. It's the tree that was cut down.
Do you know what this place is? It's located in the center of the North Pole. And it's the center of the Earth magnetic field, known as the Taurus field. That black thing in the center of the whirlwind is the tallest mountain on Earth, far more taller than the Mount Everest. It's so tall that even it peaks reaching out the clouds. It's the Rupas Nigra, or the Black Rock, also known as Mount Meru. Some people also called it Mount Zion. You wouldn't find this massive mountain existence in mainstream science and media because it's deliberately concealed. Because if the world knew that there is such a huge mountain in the center of the Earth, it would change the course of history. This includes the true nature of our world will be rewritten, and that will undo the globe-shaped Earth theory and the entire timeline of the Earth from the beginning, and they don't want that. Look how the wind stream passes through that mountain. It blocks the wind stream because of its height and size. The Rupas Nigra, or the Black Rock, describes by Mercator as 33 French miles in size, or roughly 40 miles in diameter. It's purportedly explain why all compasses point to this location.
Record.